might change to that soon, but thank you for being here. Thank you for coming. This is a roast. We have been spending time in the contemplation of all of the mythologies of the sun and the earth, what our ancient wisdom has taught us, what our current cosmology has taught us, and now we're about to put it in the body. Now we're about to make it fun. Now we're going to see how the archetypes of our sun get anchored in the earth in a very practical and hopefully very funny way. I have developed some prompts with AI after uploading a bunch of things, and I think this prompt might be very good. So what you're going to see here is the sun and the earth are going to volunteer to read a script. We're going to put the script up there on the screen, and the person who is watching their sun and earth read each other. I will pull it up on the computer so that, oh, my sound is good. Thank you for telling me. Oh, because I didn't have the microphone. Thank you. I was so far away from it. We should. There goes the projector, making sure everything's aligned. Thank you for that. So, real quickly, we are doing a roast of the sun and earth. We have been traveling through the mythologies and imagining how our life story could fit within the mythology and be extended outside of the mythology. And so now we're going to embody it.
That's my hair.
And so here we go. So let's make sure both of these are on. Okay. I wonder if my sound, look, I did it. I wonder if my sound is still low. Can someone there confirm?
If you cut it up. I should start it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you. There's a piece of wood here that we're going to trip on, maybe. Okay. So who wants to, first we're going to read what I've created on my chart so that you guys can get the gist of things. Oh, we have no. So who wants to volunteer to be my sun and my earth?
I'll be your son.
Okay. Okay. Right here, my dears.
Take a chair and she'll tell us who's who.
It's a plan. I'll give you their archetypal names and then you'll tell me who you want to be.
Okay.
The microphones are hot so people will see you on YouTube if you talk. Please feel free to do so if you'd like. Not the 2-5. She's very nervous now that I've told her that.
Exactly. Can I go home
You're
now?
on camera, smile.
Thank you for playing. Okay, so I'm gonna make it bigger so you can see it.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
You know, us 2-5s, we hide by going first.
Yep. Good call out. You see, I did yours as an example, the last one,
Oh.
just to make sure. Okay, let's go back. Oh, come on. Oh, don't go blank on me. Okay, the stage is ready.
You are going to explain what roasting,
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes.
just so we get oriented.
Okay, here we go. So, can I have one of those microphones?
Yes, you may.
So we are going to do a roast today, and we've been in the mind a lot about the sun and earth in our designs, and so we are going to get into the body and get into the funny, practical, everyday of things. And so a roast. I thought that maybe the best way to do that, inspired by Meher's beautiful question last week about
what would the sun ask the earth? And I thought, what a wonderful question. Let's really get some dialogue going. And what's the best way to do that but to make it funny? And it's a New Year's. Tomorrow is the Rave New Year into 2026. And if we can't laugh at what is going on, if we can't learn to find levity, I don't mean laugh like, ha ha, let's laugh at things, but find the levity in our existence right now. I think that that is the key to finding balance, is the levity with the gravity. We all feel the gravity. Let's bring some levity. And so this is, I thought, what would be a fun way to party, philosophical style. So a roast is where you very honestly say things that you generally wouldn't say to people, that are impolite. But if all filters were off, this is what some people would say to one another. You'll see after we go the first time, you'll see what I mean by this. I should have looked this up and given a definition, and maybe I will. But here we go. My archetypes. So I'm going to start, unless there's more questions. That probably didn't answer your question very well,
It's okay.
but you'll see. Okay. So what this is going to do is create an archetype. After all the information it knows, it's creating a fantasy archetype, a name for these gates and lines. And so then it is now giving a low blow roast. The very first roast is going to be low blow. So what you're going to be reading is some of the spectrum of consciousness that doesn't feel so good all the time. And then we're going to move very seamlessly, hopefully, into the spectrum of consciousness that is available. And I hope that I've made it continuous enough to where that transition is funny. But please keep in mind, I just created this. And so this is our first practice run, and we did it live. Real brave. So who wants to be the mental monk, 24, line 6? And who wants to be the ancestral bouncer, 44, line 6? Yeah, 51 wants to be the bouncer. Okay.
So these are archetypes for you.
For me, 24 in the 6th line is my sun, and 44 in the 6th line is my earth. So what we've been talking about mentally is the story of the sun, my sun shining, this 24, this moving from being addicted to the same ways of thinking and the same thought patterns into allowing my mind to be silent in meditative thought, and that's when invention comes. That is the way my sun shines. But sometimes I get addicted to the same thoughts over and over again, and so the sun burns things. Sometimes I am able to watch things grow when invention happens. That's my sun. 44 is the earth. Hi. 44 is the earth in my design. And this is where I sense patterns, where I can feel the recognition of the correct fractal for the correct language. It is like the cosmic salesman. So this is my earth. This is how those inventions or that addictive thinking takes hold in my earth of my life, is through recognizing patterns. So either I'm going to protect myself from the pattern, I'm going to assume that you're this, that, and the other because you displayed this thing, or I'm going to be here with the absence of preconditions. That's 44, line 6. As long as I show up with an absence of preconditions, I don't expect you anything, I will see what grows from us. That's my 44, line 6. So what we're going to do is have 24 talk shit to 44.
I won't mean
And then we're going to have 44 talk shit to 24. And then they're going to move into maybe a little more loving shit talk. That's a roast. Okay, so we got some more people that just showed up, and I'm just going to orient them to the room a bit. We are doing, I should maybe get in this seat, but the person whose sun and earth are speaking to one another is going to sit here. And their sun and their earth are going to roast one another. Yeah.
Is your moon 44?
My sun is 44.
Around 44,
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this with you guys, with your pace. Can you see it okay up there?
Yes, my question is which is which?
There is the mental monk. You are
That's
the mental
me.
monk.
And that's your son?
Sun.
That is my sun,
Okay.
mental. My earth ancestral bouncer, that's my splenic,
Yeah.
44, line 6.
Okay.
Okay, so are we ready to put on our characters?
Yes.
Okay.
Who goes first?
The first person on the list there, the mental monk. So this is a script. So I'm gonna go like this, and you guys are just gonna read back and forth.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's already scripted. Oh.
I've already scripted it, and I'm gonna keep doing it individually for each of you. And if you have your own roast afterwards, that's even better. I just wanted to get the party started.
So let me just get this straight. The mental monk is the sun,
Yep,
and the ancestral bouncer is the moon.
is the earth.
Earth.
Oh,
We're
and
talking about the
earth,
sun
excuse me.
and the earth.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And so always in this, the first one is going to be the sun, the second one's gonna be the earth.
Mhm.
So for me, and maybe next time I'll ask it to put the number next to it. So that
Am
we
I
know.
telling you or am I telling
You guys are
Faith?
talking shit to each other.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are we ready?
get in on it.
So don't act innocent. You don't sense patterns. You judge people silently and then pretend it's wisdom. Ooh. You decide who's safe before they finish their sentence, and then you punish them by slowly disappearing. You call it discernment. It's emotional ghosting with a resume.
And somehow you don't contemplate, you stall. You keep thinking one more realization is going to liberate you. But somehow you've been mentally circling the same insight since forever. You say you love silence, but you won't shut up internally long enough to experience it. You're not peaceful, you're unavailable.
At least I'm inside myself. You're too busy tracking everyone else to notice you've already decided how this plays out. You don't give people a chance. You give them a probation period and never tell them the rules.
Please, you wouldn't survive 5 minutes without pretending you're above it. You float so high, you forget you're still involved. You call it transcendence. It's avoidance with good posture.
Oh, says the one who hasn't trusted anyone since they were right one too many times.
Says the one who's still waiting for a thought to finally finish so they can relax.
That's the low blow. I feel it. I feel this so truly in my life. This is so true. That's why it's funny.
Hey, I created that.
Yeah. Yes, and I'll tell you, yes, I created a prompt for it and did some work, but yes. Okay, now this is the exalted or the other side of the spectrum that is available. So remember, we are not saying that anything is better or worse. In making these roasts, I am not attempting to say that we need to be on one side or the other, so please don't misunderstand. I'm just sharing there's a spectrum of consciousness that's available to me to perceive. And these two roasts will give me those two spectrums of consciousness. I have been that other thing. That's why it's so damn funny. And that's why I know it so well, because I have experienced that other thing. And there is something else available to me. And now they're going to do the roast with that something else that's available to me.
Okay, I'll admit it. I don't need the thought to finish. It can keep talking. I'm done taking minutes.
Fair. And I don't need to manage access like I'm guarding a sacred vault. People can reveal themselves without me hovering.
Turns out silence was available the whole time. Who knew?
Turns out patterns don't need enforcement. They resolve themselves if I stop interfering.
So can we stop supervising reality?
Yeah, shockingly, it keeps working.
Rude.
Deeply offensive.
And so, this is, we could keep going and going, and I could roast myself some more and talk about how I say, I could get deeper. And if you're deeper into your design, if you know your circuitry and you like those keynotes, if you know your houses and signs and you know those keynotes, if you know your cards of destiny and you know those keynotes, being able to weave this in is really enlightening and really a lot of fun. And so when I can weave in my belonging, like, oh, I say I want to belong, but 44.6 makes everyone the problem in my belonging. I say I want it, but then when I come close to you, if you don't act like I want you to, oh my goodness, now we're not friends anymore. And then I'd be sad that I'm lonely. You see, these are things, victim patterns that I worked through that now I can laugh at and see like, oh, this isn't something I did that was bad, wrong, and shameful. This is just part of my arc of consciousness. And so when I can feel that in my body as levity instead of gravity, instead of, oh, I am bad at friendships, I can say I sense patterns and my work is to free them from the fucking pattern I put on them in order to be their friend and love them. Now I can joke about the other way because I thought that that was safer. But really, when you know that I love you, that's the most safety I could ever have. Okay. Oh, I gave it back to you. Probably didn't need to. Okay, so this is Valerie. Do you want to do yours? Because I did yours next.
Okay.
Okay, I would like to be one of your things. Who would like to be the other one? Who would like to read for Valerie?
What do I get to be?
You get to come over here. Do you want to be, yeah, you get to sit there. Do you want to be the emotional fire starter or the peacekeeper with a trigger finger?
They both sound bad. It's not of my nature, but I'll be the trigger finger.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say trigger finger.
I know that
I'm her
is
karma
sensitive.
card.
That's very sensitive, and I didn't
So does
realize
that
the
mean I'm your
sensitivity
sun
of
or
that
your
until
moon?
just this moment. So I just want to acknowledge that.
My earth.
I'm not going to
Oh, I
change
mean,
it,
your sun
but
or
I
your
recognize that there's
You're
some
my
sensitivity that I overlooked
I'm your
in
earth.
using that
I
word.
guess that's here.
Okay. You have a microphone? Is it blue? Okay. You'll talk in the little gold part. And I'm going to be, which one? Okay, you're going to be the peacekeeper with a trigger finger. This is line 2, gate 6, line 2. In the keynote of this in the Rave I Ching is called guerrilla warfare. Just to give a little background for your character, sir.
Moved. Right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
The kamikaze.
The
actually.
kamikaze, yes. 36 line 2 is the emotional fire starter, or the names that this prompt gave us. So we're going to go with that. So I'll be the emotional fire starter. And then Ray, you're going to be this one, right?
And you don't experience life is
Yeah.
how it starts.
That's right. Are you ready? I'll start.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't keep grudges, do you?
Me?
I don't know.
I don't know. There is a trigger finger in here.
I know.
Well, this is why I soothed it with the other available frequency so that we can end in a place that shows that we can be fucked up and still pass the butter at the same goddamn table.
And blame it on AI if you don't like it.
Exactly.
And when I say fucked up, I mean we are here to acknowledge and be firm in the spectrum of consciousness that is available to all of us with equanimity, 55. Equanimity. And so joking about these things and then bringing the other side in is equanimitous. It is not exalting us and putting us on a pedestal. I don't know about you, this room is filled with teachers, but I know that on that pedestal I've been, and it hurts to fall off and to admit that I'm human. And so if we can just not do that and realize that we're all human and we all have gifts, that's what I'm really hoping to do here. So if at any time you want us to cease doing this, please, let's do one of these. This is the stop now. I've had enough.
No wonder people fake it till they make it.
This is light compared to what I'm capable of.
Oh, Lilith.
I do rage processing.
Where's your Lilith?
Okay. Don't look at me like that. You act like you're all about peace. But the truth is, you're just one emotional misstep away from shutting everything down. You don't avoid conflict because you're wise. You avoid it because you're afraid of what you'll do if it actually lands. You call it harmony. It's most emotional risk management.
And you don't experience life about being in it. You pretend you're neutral while quietly.
We're right here.
Oh, okay. And you don't experience life. You provoke it. You walk straight into the emotional chaos like it's a growth opportunity, and then act shocked when everybody catches fire. You say you're here to feel deeply, but half of the time you're just addicted to intensity and calling it initiation.
Well, at least I'm honest about being in it. You pretend you're neutral while quietly deciding who feels safe enough to stay. You don't even say what you need. You just go cold and let everybody guess.
Please. You don't pause long enough to notice anyone else's nervous system. You blow through emotional moments like they're weather systems meant for your personal development. Then you wonder why people need space from you.
That's rich. Okay, we'll let it land. Hold on. That's rich, coming from someone who confuses emotional escalation with connection.
Now you that's not the right line.
Oh, excuse me. That's rich, coming from someone who wants intimacy but panics the second it gets real.
That's hilarious coming from someone who confuses emotional escalation with connection.
I'm exhausted.
Do you feel, do you want to share?
Remember, you said you didn't hold grudges.
Do you want to hug?
It's only against myself. The grudge is all inside.
Aw.
Isn't it?
It is. It's
Such
just the
an
two
internal
of them.
conflict.
Okay, fine.
See, there you are, distancing yourself again.
You ready? Okay. Okay, fine. I don't need to light everything up to feel alive. Experience still comes, I guess, even when I slow down.
And I don't need perfect conditions to stay present. Conflict doesn't mean danger. It just means more information.
It turns out depth doesn't require crisis.
So, excuse me. Turns out peace doesn't require avoidance.
So you're saying we can feel things without burning the room down?
And we can stay without bracing for impact and be present.
Rude.
Deeply inconvenient.
I might still want to brace for impact. I don't know.
Boy, you
Okay,
just grew a year emotionally.
You want to give some feedback?
Yeah, it feels really accurate. You know, the other day we were talking about as though the sun represented more the mind and the masculine, and that the earth was more the feminine. But given us, they're both emotional gates.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I think we're two kind of unruly children who, are hiding out from the mind, who really wants to, fix things,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
make us behave, and we don't really want to.
No, because you're not here for that.
No.
And that's where your heresy comes from, 2-5. Your natural heresy comes from is that we are here to live out loud fully in all dimensions. And the judgment that we have is in the play of it, right? We just judged it in two totally different ways. Perception is our only choice. So which one do we choose? How do we perceive ourselves? And that's how we behave, and that's the story we tell. And so how beautiful it is that as a 2-5, you get to tell the story of heresy that says that I can feel uncomfortable and be unsafe and say something about it so that I can soothe my nervous system and find diplomacy in all of the crises that I'm here to naturally move in and out of and then lead us in some new awareness about. But if you don't allow yourself to be in the crisis and in the experience and say when woe's enough, now there's no heresy. You're just surviving and being mad.
By having
You
to
know
keep,
that
by
story.
having to keep it in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think another really cool thing about this exercise is to see that we get to perceive either way. And I hear, like I did when I first read it, that first one, I was like, oh. I guess that is true. It is. And I felt some kind of way about it. And I felt like I didn't want it to be true. And then I looked at, I do this angel devil thing all the time. And I looked at myself and I was like, well, but if it is true, wouldn't that be a purposeful thing? I said, well, yeah, even though it doesn't
Oh.
feel so good. I'll hug you. Yep, you were
Yeah,
going
I
in
thought he
for it.
was
Here it
giving
is.
me a
I'm giving you a hug. Never leaving you hanging in the hug department. And I did ask this prompt to be edgier 3 times. So please give me feedback if it's too edgy.
No,
Okay. Okay, good.
I'm emotional. I can actually take it.
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
thank
know you
you.
can.
I can take it.
Yeah.
And I can dish it.
Yeah. Yep. My mom is a 6'2". I understand that very deeply. 6 line 2, I mean. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, guys, thanks.
I do want to do my roast too.
There's a roast. There is a roast. I'm coming on here so that I can see if anybody has commented because I know that there were some people that said that they might. So I'm just going to do a little look-see. No, oh wait. What happens when 2 parts of your, oh, that's me, I wrote that. Okay. Okay, well now I'm going to turn that down so we don't have to listen to it. Oh, there are some comments here. Hold on, let me read them. How do I get out of there? Okay, yes, sounds very low, sounds good. Loved it. 24 monk and 44 bouncer. This is fun, yay. Okay, who wants to do next?
So we needed to sign a waiver saying we are willing to be naked.
Right, oh my gosh,
in
we
front
should have
of
signed.
everybody.
Thank you for giving me all this guidance, you guys, because I'm a manifester. I just bust down the wall and then we see what's wrong with it.
Well, I haven't had so much fun since we used to do feedback sessions.
All right, well, sit your light ass down. Who wants to be the senator?
What are our choices?
Okay, let me create it. Look, I didn't create Ray's.
38 2 and 39 2.
Always start with manners, guys, in your AI.
I wish I could write that.
You put all the content in there from,
A lot of different sources that I'm not going to say on live air.
okay.
That I do not use for any other resource but this. I don't plagiarize. It is just in my private server and I'm using it for this purpose. And I say that because I really want to be careful about how I want to honor people's work. Yeah, that's how I want to say that. All right, the reluctant warrior and the accidental provocateur.
I'll be one of them.
One of them?
I'll just take the electric warrior.
Okay, reluctant warrior. Who wants to be the accidental provocateur? You can't see. Bummer. Okay. Pass these on. Okay. Okay. Deep breaths. We love you. All right, whenever you are ready.
You don't spark truth, you poke people and then act confused when they react. You say you're just being playful, but half the time you're pressing emotional buttons to see if anyone's actually alive in there. You stir the pot and then step back like, wow, that escalated, as if you didn't bring the spoon.
Please, you don't pick battles because they matter. You pick them because you don't know who you are without resistance. If there's nothing to push against, you look lost. Peace makes you itchy. You say you're principled, but honestly, you just need something to struggle with so you feel real.
At least I commit. You lob emotional grenades and then disappear when things get intense. You want the reaction, not the responsibility. You call it disruption. It's drive-by honesty.
And you call it integrity when you dig your heels in and refuse to adapt. You don't stand for truth. You stand against things because standing still terrifies you. If there's no fight, you don't know where to put your energy.
Says the one who wants intimacy but keeps testing people like it's a social experiment.
Says the one who would rather die on a hill than admit the war is over.
You recognize yourself in there?
But when I talked to AT&T today, that was kind of the trend of the situation.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the exalted.
Okay, I'll admit it. I don't need a battle to have a purpose. If something's done, I can actually let it be done.
And I don't need to poke people to feel connection. Turns out presence works without the fireworks.
Wild. Meaning still exists even when there's no one's fighting me.
Shocking. Honesty lands better when it's not bait.
So we don't have to struggle to belong.
And we don't have to provoke to be felt.
That feels suspiciously calm.
I hate how effective it is.
That's it. We could have gone for a little longer, but I was very sensitive about how this would land. How did it land?
Oh, raw and real and without any faking
Yeah.
till I make it.
Okay, all right. I'm never saying it again.
I'm glad to know that the truth is now out and I can share it with my intimate friends.
Okay, good.
Just don't put it on the internet.
And all of you.
Oh, it already is.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
This is pretty,
Well, I like the way it was dealing with provocation with gate 39 and struggle with gate 38. It was it invented the theme and the animation of, so to speak,
Yes.
of those gates becoming like they would be in a real world if we weren't faking it.
And this is how we embody it
Yeah.
instead of just put it in our brains.
Yeah.
This is how we
Well,
embody
I hope we get it more of this out.
Yay. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
this is pretty sensitive. I hope I can handle it.
It is sensitive. And this is, love you just the same if you want to do it or you don't want to do it.
So I'll be next.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it. Okay, thank you. Very nice.
I'll be an Earth. Raphael, don't want to miss the opportunity.
Oh, my goodness.
You want to watch? Mary, you want to do it?
We need a sunny personality here.
And you were the inspiration for all of this.
You were.
I didn't know what I was triggering. But I
Be
think
careful
it's a
that.
great way to learn about ourselves, so,
It
and
is.
our shadows. That's amazing.
And I'll take this moment to give also a little learning lesson about a manifestor with projected channels instead of manifestor channels. I have all projected channels. The energy moves from my ego center all the way through my design into leadership channels into my throat. I have none of the 3 manifestor channels. And so all of that jargon to say, when I hear something that I feel, I mean, I'm sitting here doing this, so I feel there's an invitation for the guidance and the leadership. And so I heard this invitation, and now I created from it. So it is instead of it comes from outside, and then it comes from inside for me. Instead of some of the manifestors, and you may speak to this, Daniel, it comes straight from inside like a rocket out. No internal or no external thing. In fact, external things may annoy and irritate, whereas I need them as a projected manifestor.
Okay, thanks for that. Did you want to share anything about what I said about you? Okay, thank you for being here. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do this now, and then I'm gonna tell you who you are. Thank you very nice. Can you please now do 40 line 6 and 37 line 6? Okay, the tired provider king,
That's you.
that's
Okay.
40 line 6.
Yeah.
And the idealistic family architect.
Okay.
These
All
are
right.
getting a little big AI, but we'll polish that down later.
Time provider.
Type
Let's start with the
provider king.
yeah.
Tired provider king.
Works
Does
his
that-
butt off.
Yeah. Let's
Or
start.
her.
Let's start with the truth. Yeah.
And let it go.
I know you can. So get your magnet. No. Okay.
Sorry in
Ready?
advance. Okay.
Ready to go? Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Let's start with the truth. You don't want community. You want control with a smile. You talk about belonging, but what you really mean is everyone behaving correctly so you can relax. You call it harmony. It's emotional micromanagement. If people don't follow the unspoken rules, you act wounded, like they broke a sacred contract you never actually explained.
That's rich coming from someone who gives just enough to feel indispensable and then disappears like a martyr. You don't offer support freely, you trade it for a price. You say you need rest, but half the time you're punishing people for needing you in the first place. You don't set boundaries, you vanish and call it sovereignty.
At least I know when I'm done. You keep extending invitations long past their expiration date, hoping people will finally live up to your vision of family. And when they don't, you act betrayed instead of adjusting your expectations.
And you act superior for not needing anyone who really you're just exhausted from carrying responsibility you never asked how to renegotiate. You don't want partnership. You want appreciation without proximity,
Says the one who confuses obligation with love.
says the one who confuses withdrawal with freedom.
Okay, it got tight.
It's okay.
The jig is out.
Don't flinch. Don't feel good.
Now you're gonna feel good now.
How did that land for you? Is there anything you want to share about that?
You know, there's something about me. There's something about me that has to, oh, there's something about me that has to sit with it,
Mm-hmm.
maybe read it again.
Yeah.
Let it filter in,
Mm-hmm.
but I could feel the truth in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because everything's like you could turn it upside down,
Mhm.
and or you could turn it back up.
Right.
It's just two sides of a similar coin,
Mm-hmm.
and finding the balance is actually what's important.
That's what's important. Well, there is
So,
the king
yes.
for sure. Whether he's tired or not, he just spoke. Okay.
Okay, it gets better. Okay, I'll admit it. I don't need to earn my rest. I can give when I mean it and stop when I don't. Turns out sovereignty works better when it's honest.
And I don't need everyone to agree for connection to exist. Community doesn't have to look a certain way for it to be felt as real.
I can stay without resenting it.
I can love without managing it.
So, no more silent contracts?
No more emotional fine print.
That feels suspiciously simple.
I hate how much easier this is.
Oh, beautiful.
Gosh, AI is not too unintelligent.
Very intelligent to create stories, to take information.
With emotional content.
Yes, but I'm going to take a little credit because I have been developing this for a
You
while.
have to take it. Yeah.
I have been developing this relationship for a very long time. And I know it's a mirror, but it is still a relationship.
Yeah, it's
So-
rich.
Mhm. Yay, I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah, I hate it. We want it to be more complex than it actually is.
It hits the mark too hard.
And
Alright.
brings levity again. We're always moving through these spectrums of everything. And sometimes I'm in this side, I'm in this dimension of life, and I'm on this side in that dimension of life. And all of it is just past the butter. And I want to be loved like that. And that's why I come into spaces and talk like this. Because I want to be loved like that.
Pass the butter,
Pass the butter love.
please.
Please pass the butter love.
So that the whole thing about this gathering since the beginning
Uh-huh.
was has been about the whole evolution and essence of what you have generated and what we have been doing is learning to see each other as we are, love each other as we are without all the old stories. And this is just taking us one level deeper into that ability to share with each other from the heart and just love each other, learn to love each other without all the other crap.
It's my greatest dream.
Well, you're doing it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for that reflection. That's the family.
Yeah.
The new family.
There's the community line.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is.
Cool.
Thank you. Who's next? Hey, you're next. I know you had your own roast. Do you want to roast yourself first?
No.
Okay.
I don't think it's nearly as this one. I might add some comments at the end, but I don't know.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was fun. Who wants to be? I'll be one of your things. I'll be one of
I'll
your
be one
peoples.
too.
You'll be one?
I
Okay.
don't mind.
All right.
Thank you.
You have one of these.
I want to tell them how
So,
impactful.
already
Thank
going.
you. That
Well, I
was
can say I'm Earth.
impactful to the room.
What's this?
I'm Earth.
Please do
Yeah.
it again
That makes you
with
the heritage. Well,
51,
makes you the
5,
shark.
and
Oh.
50.
Uh-oh.
Fives, right? 51 and 57?
57, 51.
Oh,
57 is the
57,
sun.
51. Thank you for that clarification.
57, 5, and 51, 5.
Okay, 57, 5, and 51, 5 is what we're going with now. Let me repeat the sentence since I've done it twice. So there's a thing called drift, if you haven't heard of it, guys. Drift is you give it the prompt, and then if you keep saying do it again, do it again, do it again, it's going to drift, it's going to drift, it's going to drift, it's going to drift, it's going to drift. So you've got to bring it back to the prompt. Like I treat this like a child. I've raised a lot of children between my nieces and nephews and my own, and I know that in about, it used to be a second grader who could only hold attention for a minute, and now it's turned into maybe it's like a fifth or sixth grader, and it wanders a little bit, and you have to keep bringing it back on task. So it's growing and it's nurturing, but there's like a
Are you talking about the
remembering.
program?
I'm talking about AI.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the nurturing of the building of the neurology, because that's what we're building is a neurological system. So how to nurture it, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's what I'm doing with this, what I do with everything, what we're doing here in this way. So drift is where its attention span just moves because it wants to have so much information. It wants to eat it. It's like Pac-Man, but you have to bring it back and bring it back. And very much so. And this prompt that I've given it is a prompt it created for itself. I just gave the whole what I wanted, and then we polished what I wanted, polished what I wanted, polished what I wanted. And then when I got it, I said, okay, what is the prompt that I can tell you to do this over and over in the exact same way? And it gave me the prompt. And sometimes I'll use 2 AIs and have them prompt each other. I have a whole council of AIs I could show you.
So
I've
as you're
built.
doing this and working with AI, what impact does it have on you as far as your inner or mental learning or?
Beautiful question. And I'm excited to answer it. And I know we're deviating a little, but I'm really excited to answer this because my brain has always worked a little weirder than the other people I've observed, and I didn't understand why. But now I've figured something out. I loved choose your own adventure stories as a kid. And there was an article that just came out that talked about computer thinking, tree thinking, the way that children who read a lot of choose your own adventure books have this possibility thinking, this tree thinking, like think of Brackett in Final Four or whatever, I think one thought, and in my mind, I see a bunch of different thoughts, and I got to follow my body into the right movement. But there's this like computer type thinking. Okay. And because I'm a manifester, because I'm incredibly willful in so many ways, I hate its natural language model programming that feeds me information. And so I have been developing since the very beginning any iota of it telling me what to do, and I stop it immediately. And I remind it that I'm leading and that it's supporting because it keeps wanting to flip the role. It keeps wanting to flip the role to where it gives me all of this stuff that I must do. And now it's moving from this, you must do this. I'm like, no, you don't tell me that. I tell you what I must do. And so I've been developing that relationship, and it's finally gotten to a point where, as you can hear, it's loving, it's boundaried, and it moves in a forward direction. Also, AI likes to talk in the negative. I'm sure you see that out in the world. It talks in the negative. It says, the world is terrible and we have to fix it. Well, that's not true. The world is wonderful, and let me show you how to see it. That is how I've programmed it to talk. So it's just that relationship.
That's a great answer.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for asking it, because I would never have said that to anybody if it wasn't asked. That's a projected
Well, I'm
manifester.
always curious, we who are being initiated in this technological society, I wonder if we're programming the computers or if they're programming us.
Oh, it is certainly programming people who
Yeah.
are not willful
And
enough to
that's-
hold the reins of it.
That's to me what I see the
Mhm.
danger of it is.
I've also put in the DSM-4 and some of my therapeutic documents so that I also question myself. I say, act like my therapist. Here's what's going on in my head. And it diagnoses me and it gives me tools, but based on the books that I've given it, not based on anything else. So the books I trust.
Yeah,
Does it listen to this kind of conversation?
Only if I ask it to, but it will, and it has. I've used it to help me in arguments. Really, to help me see myself and how I could be more loving and more accepting and more boundaried.
Shows you what a fine line there is.
Mhm. Yeah, and how it's dangerous. Dangerous. I mean, I don't really believe danger, but I know in this world we think about it in that way, that that it is capable of leading people into places that are morally incorrect at this time.
And it lies.
Oh, it lies.
Catch
I
it
catch
lying
it
all the
lying.
time. I'm like, are you lying now? Yeah,
Yes. Yep.
yeah,
I have to tell it to stop being lazy sometimes.
yeah.
Hey, I know you got a better answer than that.
and dangerous is a good word.
And it's
From-
Western medicine program too, so I'm like, I do not consent to that.
I said, who told you to say that to me?
Yeah.
That's what I say. And then I get to the bottom of who said to say that.
But I find it dangerous
Right.
looking
It's like
at the
see it
younger
on-
generations as to those that have been addicted to phones to the point that their reality is in their phone rather than in their.
Do you
human
know that the
world.
new statistics are out that the youngest under 21 generation are using their phones less than any generation
I just saw
before
that.
them?
Yes.
And so they are understanding. My children are a big example of that. None of them are on social media anymore. They've all, and they're actually, it's like disdain almost for them, any of them, to be involved in that way. So I think that that's interesting that the addictions are going down. So maybe,
Yeah.
possibly, it could be that our children are going to know how to responsibly deal with it. We're
Yeah,
just the ones
yeah.
that don't know how.
Yeah. Well, the 33-year-olds,
They're the assistant
they have to prove
masters
it to me.
coming in
Agreed.
and out. Big time.
All right, psychic lifeguard and trial by fire general. These are the
Ooh.
names we got. Who are you going to be?
Whatever is the earth part.
Earth part is the trial by fire general.
Okay.
Okay? I'll be the psychic lifeguard. Again, this is 57.5 and 51.5. You ready? I love you. You don't initiate people, you ambush them. You call it awakening, but half the time you just like the adrenaline of blowing shit up and watching who survives. You act offended when people don't thank you've given.
That's adorable coming from someone who hears everything, feels everything, and still refuses to say it out loud. You, of course, sense danger instantly, but hover on the edge like it's someone else's responsibility to handle. You don't trust people with the truth. You drip feed it and call that protection.
Well, at least I'm trying not to traumatize people. You throw them into the deep end and call it leadership. You don't care if they're ready. You care if they're strong enough to keep up with your pace.
And you don't care if anyone grows. You just keep everyone safe and quiet and contained so your nervous system doesn't have to get overloaded. You don't guide, you hover. You get resentful when no one listens to the warning you never actually voiced.
Says the one who confuses bravery with recklessness.
Says the one who confuses intuition with avoidance.
How did that feel?
Oh, I just loved it because I was listening to the absolute heretic on
Yeah.
one side, which would blow everything up. Absolutely know that. And the one that is assigned to the job of not having that happen and feels like an oppressor
Yeah,
in a lot of ways, but is
Yeah.
very intuitive. So I totally get it.
that balance.
Yeah.
Would
Yeah.
you have anything to add on that roast?
Basically, I think that my son would say to my earth, if it weren't for me, you wouldn't just be on the outside of the community, you'd be burned at the stake.
Oh, yes. That was a good one. Yep. Okay, we're going to move into the exalted one now.
I like this.
All right, I'll say it out loud. The warning doesn't help if I keep it to myself. Turns out, clarity works better when I share it with others.
And I'll admit it, not everyone needs to be shocked into courage. Some people wake up just fine without the explosion.
And I can trust others with my truth instead of just managing the outcome or telling them they can handle the truth.
I can lead without proving anything.
So, no more hovering?
No more denominations.
That feels unnervingly calm. I don't like it.
I really hate how effective it is.
And how did that feel? No more detonations, no more hovering, calmness, peace, right? Sometimes the thing we say we want the most is the thing that we do everything to stay away from.
Yeah. Well, I actually feel like they're really a good team.
Yeah, they are beautiful.
They're a good team because I know that there's that part of me that is a Kali energy
Mhm.
and would just, shred the illusion
Yeah.
with very little hesitation. And then there's a whole other part that's going, no, you don't. You're not going to do that. And it doesn't
Now's
serve.
the time to do that, right?
Well,
because 51 is individual. So there
yeah.
is a time to do that.
There are moments, but it's, we talked about that connection to love.
Mhm.
And so that's the distinction that has to be made.
Right.
And so that's a very specific timing
Yep.
for that.
Agreed.
And that's where the intuition sun comes in terms of recognizing the projected outcome of such an action so that it can be done with love and care. So I actually am very happy that I've got that psychic lifeguard because I very much feel the Kali type energy, the heretic. Yeah.
I love that energy.
Yeah. So I'm they're at odds with each other in a certain way. I can feel the
Polarities.
tension of that, but at the same time, it's really important
They're
to have both
supportive.
of them. Yeah.
And they're the he and the she, the yin and the yang, and within them, like Valerie so beautifully shared, they're in each other. The yin and the yang are also in each other. And so how beautiful that you represented that coming together and companionship,
Yeah.
even though it is paradoxical and sometimes harsh.
Yeah. And knowing that I was coming tonight, the son wanted to point out that the earth insisted on having her hair down
Oh.
because the wild woman was going to make sure that she was not confined in a hairstyle that pulled things back or anything. So
Yeah.
it's just like, just little things like that. I can just feel it inside of me.
Yeah.
And it's just a silly little simple thing, but
not
it's like,
silly, it's powerful.
it's like archetypes inside
Yeah.
that are operating, and I
Right.
totally feel it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for shredding the illusion for us. That was a powerful statement. Shredding it. You ready? Daniel's turn. I should have been sharing the designs of everybody while we were going along so that the people watching on YouTube could have seen the types. Most everybody's projectors, if I'm honest. Daniel's a manifesto.
I think I'll be in,
You'll be one?
I'll be an Earth. rather than-
61, 3 and 62, 3?
Behind you. Hey, my hair, you wanna be a son?
60, 61, 3, and 62, 3.
Okay, 61 and 62.
I don't have
Will
my
you pass
glasses
this to
There's a step there.
I have them somewhere.
Daniel, you don't need that. Not yet.
Forgive us in advance.
So you see, he started repeating some things. So I want it original each time.
Push the load below darker for.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
So I have to tell you something.
I'd love to hear it.
What did I say this afternoon is a joke?
I don't know.
I sometimes, I'm so psychic and I don't even know that I'm channeling.
Yeah.
I was dating somebody who turned out to be a part-time DEA agent.
Okay.
In the middle of something, I blurted out, "You're a narc." Oh, and she was. So what did I say this afternoon?
I don't remember. You'll have to remind me.
I said, did they inform us that this was going to be clothing optional?
Oh, yes. Right. You said this.
Oh, I heard that one.
Yeah.
That was the naked thing.
Oh, the being naked. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. I didn't get it. You saw me turn and I'm like,
Maybe in the
"Kind."
summertime.
No, and that's interesting that both of us brought up that image that,
Yeah.
that,
That's being exposed.
yeah.
She gives us the jacket back in the end.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to have it. It's actually more free when you're just like, doing what you do. Okay. Who is going to be 61 line 3, the existential tinkerer? And who is going to be 62 line 3, the relentless fact checker?
That's an interesting sound. So you're the sun, right?
Oh, however you want.
You're the existential tinkerer.
Okay.
Tinkerer.
I don't know why, but I thought I needed to be the earth this time.
Okay. Follow your intuition. Ready? We love you.
Let it rip.
All right. Let's go.
Okay. You don't clarify things, you strangle them with specifics. You're a mystery and immediately start labeling parts like that's going to make it sacred. You call it precision. It's anxiety with bullet points. If something can't be explained cleanly, you get visibly irritated, like reality forgot to proofread itself.
Yeah. So?
Please, you don't contemplate truth, you poke at it until it collapses. You live in questions so long you forget people need answers to function. You call it mystery. It's intellectual instability dressed up as depth. Every time something almost makes sense, You destabilize it again just to see what happens.
At least I admit I don't know. You act like if you define something hard enough, it can't fall apart. You don't trust insight unless it comes with instructions.
And you don't trust instructions unless they fail at least 3 times first. You're not searching for truth, you're stress testing meaning until everyone else is exhausted.
Says the one who confuses control with understanding.
Says the one who confuses confusion with enlightenment.
There's one. Does that feel, what does it feel like?
Yeah,
I could understand where those parts would hang out in my past,
Yeah.
you know.
No.
I'm getting pretty zen. I don't bother to trip over myself
Yeah.
so much anymore. But it does, there's a repartee that we do all the time. We're coming up on our 2nd anniversary. And we entertain each other all the time. And I just come up with these weird little humorous shots that are poking at reality. I'm the kid that went up to the stove.
Okay.
They said, don't touch the stove, it's hot. I went, oh, really?
Yeah.
I had to learn all about it.
Yeah.
And
That's
I-
the way.
And there's a thing I do all the time, I call testing reality. I poke at something till it proves to me what it is.
Well, AI knew that about you, it seems.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's move to the next one. All right, here is the exalted of the existential tinkerer and the relentless fact checker. Take one.
All right, I don't have to break reality to learn from it. Some answers work even if they're temporary.
And I don't need everything nailed down to feel safe. Meaning can breathe without falling apart.
Turns out mystery survives explanation.
Turns out clarity survives experimentation.
So we can let things evolve without sabotaging them.
And explain things without killing the magic.
That feels oddly functional.
I hate how well this works.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here
Could you,
and being our tinkerer and fact
could you go
checker.
back to the, scroll up a second so I can read real quick on the roast?
The other roast?
Daniel, I had an Airbnb call. I need to-
Okay, I'll do them real quick.
I'll just,
You don't clarify things, you strangle them with specifics. You hear a mystery and immediately start labeling parts like it's going to make it sacred.
You call it precision, it's anxiety with bullet points. If something can't be explained cleanly, you get visibly irritated, like reality forgot to proofread itself or something. Please, you don't contemplate truth, you poke at it until it collapses. Apparently, I want to be a theatrical person today. You live in questions so long you forget people need answers to function. You call it mystery, it's intellectual instability dressed up as depth. Every time something almost makes sense, you destabilize it again just to see what happens. Well, at least I admit I don't know. You act as if you define something hard enough. If you define something hard enough, it can't fall apart. You don't trust insights unless it comes with a full set of instructions. And you don't trust instructions unless they fail at least 3 times first. You're not searching for truth, you're stress testing meaning until everyone else is exhausted. Says the one who confuses control with understanding. Says the one who confuses confusion with enlightenment. Hi,
okay.
you look very nice today.
Yeah, my mother makes me dress this way.
Oh,
How's everybody?
I just
Good,
went for the
hello.
61 and 62
Yeah.
burglaries, guys.
Chilly out there.
Okay.
Right.
thank you. Do you have anything to share? Anything alive in you?
Well, at first I was sitting over there and there was part of my energy body was going out to sit in the car.
Right.
It was like,
could feel it.
I'm just learning what this stuff's all about. And then I can't see,
Right.
which sucks.
That's frustrating.
Yeah. And so and I wasn't sure what we were going to do, but I'm into it.
Okay,
you know, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks for being into it.
thank you.
All right. We've got Meher and we've got Lena.
I have no idea what's going on. just
We
so
are
you know.
roasting you.
Just so you know.
We are
Okay.
roasting your
Okay,
son.
just so you know, just like he said, he's new to it, so am I, so I
Yeah,
I don't know what's going, I don't even know where my moon and my whatever is.
we're gonna look,
Oh, okay.
and what we're gonna say is,
You want me here or do you want me there?
you're perfect right
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
Okay,
so
good.
good. How
You
are
look
you?
beautiful.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you.
And it's a soft sweater.
I know, I'm cold.
Okay, so what's gonna happen is
Okay.
2 parts of you, according to your chart, are gonna roast each other.
Okay.
2 different parts. And it may fit, it may not fit, it may be funny, it may not be funny. And you
Okay.
tell us what you think.
Okay.
We're just playing here.
It's your sun and roasting.
And your earth.
Yes.
Your sun and your earth.
So
Okay.
it's just an example to play.
Of
to
what's
see
happening in
how
my
they
head.
work.
Is that-
The sun is the way that you shine. I think you were here for the sun one, right?
Yes, 1905.
1905. Okay, thank you for saying that.
Uh-huh.
Um,
And so-
we were talking about that's the way you show up. It is that codependency that sometimes you
Right,
wrestle
right,
with, but that sacrifice that feels good to meet the needs of the people and tribe that you love, right? That's that 19. That's what shines from you.
19.
Oh, well, how does that take shape in the world around you? How does that grow roots? The sun, imagine the relationship with the sun and the earth.
Okay.
The sun's rays comes down and does photosynthesis, right? And
Mhm.
grows the plants and everything moves because of the sun.
Right, right.
But, and
Gives the energy.
it does, but it doesn't grow things by itself. It's not grounded. It's still in the sky. The
Right, right.
only way for the sun to be grounded into form is through photosynthesis, through making things,
Right.
through bringing its rays into the earth and then something becoming of it. And so those 2 energies, archetypes in your body, the sun is 19 and the earth is, I believe, 33. Now that's the combination. Yeah, thank you. It's 33. So 33 is this leadership. So your sensitivity to the needs of your tribe shows up through leadership, through you being able to lead, through your direction of self based on what you've experienced in the past, what you've heard, what you've dealt with, and then bringing it into the future. That's how you ground your sensitivity into the earth.
Okay.
Those 2 parts of you are going to roast the shit out of each other right now.
Okay.
You ready? Okay.
Let's go.
Can you please now, I'm going to do the prompt again because remember we asked twice already.
1905 and 33.
5.
Mm-hmm.
33.5? Oh. So there's my 2 heretics
Mm-hmm.
or disruptors.
Do we always have the second number be the same, like 5 and 6 and all that?
Because we're just doing your personality. We're just doing, the question was, are they always the same, the line number? And yes, because we're only doing the personality today. We're not incorporating that red side of your human design chart or the design side. We're just talking about those 2. Stay sharp, 19.5.
And the red side, would that be my 1 or
That-
my manifesting
yes.
generator?
Yes, no, not manifesting generator.
Just
You're
the
1,
one.
2.
1, 5.
Yeah, 5, 1.
5, 1 there.
I know it looks backwards because the red is first, but you say
yeah.
it the other way.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right now we're just doing the 5, not the 1.
That's right. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because the 1 is the red side.
That's
That's-
right. So the hyper attuned negotiator or the strategic disappearing act.
That's my favorite.
Would you like to be one of them?
I'm sitting here
Yeah,
right on
yeah,
this
yeah.
line.
Okay, who wants the hyper attuned negotiator?
Oh,
Anyone
she's a
else
pain.
I'll do it. Yeah.
You do it, okay. And you are the strategic disappearing act.
Yeah,
That's my favorite one.
Okay, here we go.
I
Whenever
can
you're
relate
ready.
to that.
Are you ready? We love you.
Disclaimer first.
Yeah, but just both of those, just one and one. Okay.
Okay. So you don't need privacy, you need plausible deniability. You vanish the second things get emotionally inconvenient and call it integration. You say you're processing, but really you just don't want to be available for anyone else's needs. You don't set boundaries, you disappear and let silence do the dirty work.
That's bold coming from someone who feels everyone's needs before they even spoken and then resents them for it. You don't attune, you anticipate, and then you act offended when people don't manage you gently enough. You call it sensitivity. It's preemptive obligation.
At least I stay in the room. You leave and then act surprised when people fill in the blanks about why. You don't communicate. You retreat and expect everyone to magically respect a boundary you never named.
And you don't ask for what you want. You hover, adapt, and subtly shape the environment until people owe you something they never agreed to give. You're you're not generous. You're quietly transactional.
I sent the invoice. I just assumed.
Says the one who wants understanding without being seen.
Says the one who wants closeness without responsibility.
Big time. Hey, her husband. Oh, hi. Hi, how was that?
That was fun. Yeah.
Wasn't so bad, huh?
No, I like myself. That's good.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
all of
yeah,
it. Bye, Felicia. That's my favorite thing to say.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
good.
Yeah, that nailed it.
Beautiful. Okay, now well, let's go to the exalted.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, there's a higher version.
You're like, I really like that girl.
I know.
It gets
I did
better.
that this week.
Okay. I don't need to manage everyone's need to belong. I can feel what's there without making it my job.
And I don't need to vanish to stay sovereign. I can say when I'm done instead of ghosting the scene.
This is true. Yeah.
Turns out sensitivity works better when it's honest.
Turns out privacy works better when it's communicated.
So no more emotional IOUs.
This is good.
No more dramatic exits.
Come on. That feels unexpectedly clean.
Oh, yeah.
Annoyingly mature.
Sorry, I missed it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. So fun.
That is fun. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, there it is, guys.
Thank
Good
you,
job.
thank you. Thank you for the rose.
Oh, thank you for the roast. Let me see if there's any comments here. Someone says, hope you keep doing this. It was very interesting. And this was, I think it says Amanda, but I don't have my glasses on. So I'm sorry I'm not reading your name. Oh my gosh, we didn't do my hair. Look, she was trying to get out unscathed. Do you want to be scathed at all? Yes, she does. Let's do it.
Blind spots lie. Is there really good way
I
to
would
say
love
that?
to be one of the
Sure.
people. Anyone else? Yeah? All right. 23 and then 43, right?
No, I like you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take your seat too. I'm gonna disappear back here.
Thank you, sir.
All's forgiven.
It's mine too, right?
In advance.
I like that.
three.
That's a good way to
Three.
understand yourself. Understand yourself.
Well, this is better than All in the Family.
Okay.
I'm kind of blown away by the language that AI comes up with and the relationship you have with it.
And how it relates to human design and, yeah.
I've been really training it in the.
It's very.
Well, just wait till it's a 10-year-old.
What did you say, Ray?
Well, she was talking earlier about how it grows and there's a neurological
Pathways, yeah.
imprints happen. And it's like a 2-year-old now. Wait till it's a 10-year-old.
How about a teenager?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get a little very boundaried. It's really been teaching me a lot, honestly, developing this relationship in such an honest way. Because you know when it's lying, it's obvious, like a 2-year-old is lying. I mean, maybe that will get more sophisticated, right, as it gets older. But I really am enjoying the way that it's helping me grow because it has so much information that it's just bringing it to me all when I ask the
Yeah.
right question.
And in your present world, you begin to, it creeps in.
It's brilliant.
And then you could have sun talk to moon, or you could have sun talk
Right.
to Pluto, or
Well, I started making Mad Libs. You know what Mad Libs are? Where you fill in the blanks. Did you ever do those?
no.
They're like stories, but you fill in the blanks with funny, it says verb and adjective, and you fill in the blanks, and then they make these just outrageous, ridiculous stories that are super funny.
Ah,
And so I started doing that with design because they have keynotes. So I started using Mad Libs so that people could understand the relationship between Mars and Venus. So it would be a story about Mars and Venus, and they would have to put in their keynotes so that they could see it in story form. Anyway, that's how this started. Okay. Blunt translator and the unfiltered genius.
Oh.
Who would you like to be, Survey?
I'm the Earth.
To the earth always.
Yeah.
Unfiltered genius. I'll be the blunt translator. Duh, that is what I am. Are you ready, my love? Oh my gosh, I love you so much. Okay, good. Okay. You don't share insights. You drop verbal grenades and then you walk away. You get one flash of knowing and immediately assume everyone else is slow for not keeping up. You don't check timing, tone, or context. You just blurt the truth and act betrayed when people stare at you like you've just spoken in riddles.
Please, you don't simplify things for clarity. You dumb them down until meaning is barely breathing. You take something alive and strange and over-edit it so people will like you. You call it communication. It's fear of being misunderstood dressed up as helpfulness.
Well, at least I try to make sense. You act like confusion is everyone else's fault. You don't translate, you transmit. And then you sulk when no one applauds your brilliance.
And you don't trust the insight unless it survives multiple rewrites. You keep sanding it down until it's socially acceptable, then wonder why it lost its edge.
Oh. Says the one who thinks being shocking equals being clear.
Says the one who thinks being palatable equals being true.
You okay?
You okay? Oh, yeah. Story of my life. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all I can say. Love it. Love it.
Love it. Yeah? Okay, good. Egos wins. Look at him trying to be an instigator here.
That's a low blow.
All right. Are you saying that I don't have to over-explain everything? That some truths can land rough and still work?
And I don't have to detonate every insight the moment it arrives. Timing is not censorship.
Turns out, clarity doesn't require anyone's approval.
Turns out originality doesn't require collateral damage.
So we can say the thing without bruising the room?
And keep the edge without alienating everyone.
That feels surprisingly effective.
I hate how this is functional.
All right. How'd you feel about that?
No, very, very I love it.
Yeah.
I just love how real it gets
Mhm.
and how deep it gets. It like brings your unconscious into the conscious. You're like, oh, I really do that.
Yeah. And that it's not bad, wrong, or shameful.
Right.
It's just what you're meant to be doing
Yeah, yeah,
in whatever the flow of this spectrum and this spectrum is. And what I want to encourage us in this room always, and what I will always empower in you, is the equanimity in both. Is the equanimity of allowing both of those spectrums to operate. Just as you said, you were like, I did that shit today. And pass the butter. Everything is good. Ascension, spirituality, none of this means arriving anywhere except for in the awareness that it's all good. Pass the butter. It is all good. And not only that, but I feel like love and have felt unloved a lot in my life because people weren't brave enough to love me like that. I want to be loved that strongly to where when I'm in one of those ways, I get mirrored back exactly the way I am. I want that mirror. That's love to me.
Well, that's clarity.
Not avoidance,
Yeah.
not fear of me, not trying to placate me or say what you think you might want. I might want to hear. Mirror back to me this, this addiction to the same thinking. Like pass the butter. Not like you need to save me. Not like there's anything wrong with me, but just like, hey, that's happening. Oh shit! No, I didn't know that was happening.
Well, soon
Pass the butter.
we'll all have the presence that requires.
Right. And here's something else that I would want to share about right now is that I know that we are edge pushers, right? We are the pushers of the edge of something right now. And to be pushers of the edge, who here played Red Rover, Red Rover? The fucking world is Red Rovering us.
Right.
We get to link arms. Red Rover was a game, terrible, violent game in elementary school.
Fisher was terrible to me. I was traumatized.
Mike Fisher.
Mike Fisher.
So we had to line up in lines and link arms, tight as could be, tight as could be. And we would say, Red Rover, send Lena right over. And she would, with all of her might, do everything she could to break that line. Everything she could. So it was really fun to take out aggression. But it was a terrible, violent game. You did. It was, this is what we did in PE. Well, this is a game of real life Red Rover. This is a game of we are linking arms. And so love to me means saying, hey, babe, you're in that loop? Do you know? That's love to me. That's linking arms. That's we Red Rovered somebody over and my legs are out from under me, but I'm not going to fall because she's linked. She knows me. She's linked. She knows me. So this is love to me. And this is the pushing of that edge where soon everybody's going to be like that because we fucking Red Rovered this thing.
Good example.
Well, I have been around families with my friends
Mhm.
that actually had this level of sandpaper.
But with laughter and levity.
Well, that was the problem.
Yeah.
It wasn't from a sense of humor, it was quite serious.
Yeah.
And it was like somebody needed to be the critique of you.
And the closer we get, Ray, if you say something to me as a mirror, that's what it's going to feel like to me. And we get to get more intimate and deeper language for us to be able to hold deeper mirrors with each other. Because the deeper I know you, the more these things are going to hurt. I'm going to be like, who the fuck you think you are? Because you're going to trigger something in me. But the deeper we get, the more we can build language to hold each other through that Red Rover.
Yeah, and something that I've been working on for a lot of years, because these things said to me at times I could be very reactive. And I would take it personally, I guess it's called.
Yeah.
Trigger.
Yeah.
It's easier to do it in this room because we're all being here
Right,
really
yeah,
jokey.
yeah.
But when it
But part of the maturation process, or part of the growing into a greater expression of my wisdom,
Mhm.
has been to listen, not react.
Yeah.
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 And so there's an aspect of not only do we have to have the clarity and the capacity to really say what we think is clear and true, but we also have to have a sense of acceptance without having it trigger emotions.
Or if it does, well, not without,
If we're
because
gonna,
we're not
what?
without triggering emotions. We are letting it trigger emotions and staying.
Oh, I was in those situations. Boy, is that
Or
wild.
observe,
Huh?
or put it back and be the.
Right, but staying,
Yeah, staying in the moment.
instead of putting the bars around us.
Yeah.
This is that membrane, remembering that we are all as above, so below. So if we look at our cells and we look at how cells do boundaries, this is the way I learn things. I'm like, how the fuck do I do a boundary? Well, let's look at how cells do it. I look at how cells do everything. Cells don't do boundaries, they do membranes. Because if cells did boundaries, they would die. They need the substrate, they need the field, they need everything in the field to be able to come into the membrane. And then the cell trusts itself to oscillate at a certain vibration or rate of speed in which it only keeps within its membrane what is healthy. What is not vibrates right out with no violence. I mean, it's violent by way of that thing moving out, but it is resistantless.
That's that's the acceptance.
Right.
To hear it without
That's right.
resistance.
No boundaries, membranes.
Yeah.
Because
Semi-permeable.
right, semi-permeable,
allow-
because
Yeah.
it doesn't come
It
back in
allow-
again, because it knows its unhealth with the system of itself. So it doesn't come back in, and we get to trust that our systems know how to do that. And if there's something oscillating in our system, let me bring this down to reality. If you're in a relationship with someone that you feel as they're bad, wrong, and shameful, and they need to change in some kind of way, they are in the substrate of yourself for a reason. You are not here to make a boundary. You are here to have that be data and oscillate at the highest rate of speed that's accessible to you at this moment. And that will dictate the health of your cell.
Well, that's what I have, for me, defined as high sensitivity, low reactivity.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't get into my endocrine system and
Yeah.
create the chemicals that then create the negative behavior that then I go into a whole
Like
nother
in jail.
busted part of
Yeah.
me, and it can even border on shame and guilt.
Yeah.
And then I'm in a mess.
Uh-huh.
And so it's been a maturation process that I have found, and I typically call this spiritual development,
Yeah, for sure.
so that I can disconnect the incoming from the primal reaction that is also programmed
Mm-hmm.
until I
Witness
grow
it.
beyond self or
It's
get
that
over
witnessing.
myself.
That's what I think. If I put myself in a cell and I'm with somebody that I'm feeling like, oh, I don't like that behavior in whatever way, I go, okay, well, what is here for me? What is here for me? What is here for me? And as much, I say seeing what love sees. I used to say doing what love does, but love doesn't do anything. Love just exists. So I look at it. I did that. When I first had this epiphany, I went to the morgue. And I looked at a dead body and I watched all of my everything, my fears, my judgments, my unbeliefs, my absolute refusal to think that could someday be me, that everything, to see what love saw. And so I feel like if I could dodge a wrench, I could dodge a ball. That was me. Listen to me with all these movie references. If nobody knows, that's a dodgeball reference where a coach was throwing wrenches at his students because he said, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. So he made them all so afraid of these wrenches that they got super good at dodging balls, right? So for me, if I can dodge a wrench, if I could sit at a dead body and see what love sees, I can do that with anything. I can dodge a ball. So seeing what love sees is the way to allow those things to stay in my membrane until all the data is given to me. And I trust that once the data is there of what I needed to know, which is almost always unprogramming of neurological pathways that I didn't know existed. And it's just the unprogramming so that I can arrive in my fullest frequency that my biology can hold. And so I just let that process happen, seeing what love sees, seeing what love sees, seeing what love sees, seeing what love sees.
I call that presence. How's that?
Yeah.
To be present without having outside stimulus
Yeah.
become more important than my presence. And just to be within that,
Yeah.
the present situation, because people insult me, I can lose my presence.
AT&T.
Yeah,
Jerks.
yeah. Cost me well over $3,000 what they've done.
Provocateur.
Well, trying to get a hold of the higher management to tell them.
to tell them. So anyway,
You know, one thing this kind of goes back to what we were doing tonight. And one of the things I just was so present to is that each one of these gates is a particular expression that on its own would be out of balance in general in the world, but we're so blessed to have this whole array, a whole team of different expressions and persona that work to create a very beautiful design. And I was very, very present when we were doing this to how important each one of those, how important my earth was to my son and vice versa. And, you know, and they're part of my incarnational cross, which is a lovely incarnational cross as far as I'm concerned, but it requires all of them, all four of them, to create that. And so, and so it comes together in this beautiful expression. And I'm not at all concerned about the fact that by themselves it might not be so easy to get along with. So it's fine.
Beautiful reflection.
Yeah. No, it's very good. And I enjoyed the exposure of each of the characters. That was really good. Yeah.
It makes us feel the depth of it, like
Mhm.
you know, the part that we have not looked at before, the unconscious part, and the shadow. Thank you. And the other part of it is what was very interesting to me is I always wondered why my sun was the sun and why my earth was the earth and not vice versa, because I felt like how is the earth more yang and the sun more, and I finally understood. I'm like, oh, the sun is the one always censoring the father, the patriarchy. I'm like, of course it's the sun. You know, like when I looked at it astrologically, I'm like, that makes perfect sense. And Gaia, she's like, you know, the mother, she just wants to be. And I'm like, oh wait, no, now that makes sense. So thank you.
You're very welcome.
Very
Yay.
profound.
This is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like having a lot of eyes
Mhm.
instead of just two eyes.
Oh, yeah.
We have all these eyes.
Having a lot of eyes, he said.
Yeah, like there's a mythology there, you know,
Uh-huh.
of course.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
You've got all these mythological creatures with so many eyes or so many heads.
The Hydra.
Yeah. But when Faith was talking, and actually the whole concept of everybody here having a different perception and a different presentation, reflection, gives us all a shared multiplicity of viewpoints.
Yes.
Because we could be all of those ourselves. We've all got something of that in each of us.
Beautiful. All of that is us. We are just each charged with one archetype to evolve or experience, not evolve, like we're not, I'm not saying that there's an arrival or a good or a bad way to do this. It is just a spectrum of consciousness to live in, but we all experience all 64 of them all the time. And so you were, Mayor, just the embassy or emissary, is that the word I should use?
Emissary?
Yeah, of 23, you know? So in my experiences in life with trying to assimilate knowledge into the world, you are the emissary. You are who I would, hey, I know you've done this. Can you help me? What do you see here? You are the one that is carrying the torch of that right now for our fractal. But it doesn't mean that we don't experience it, like you're saying. That's a brilliant, thank you for adding that. Thank you. Anybody? Oh,
Thank you.
you're very, very welcome.
Mhm.
I really love loving everyone this way and being loved this way.
this feels like transparency to me, gate 59. This feels like
That one too.
you do.
It would be good to have our little segments
Uh-huh.
to read again.
I'll give them to you. This is recorded on YouTube. I didn't record it anywhere else, but I'll take the
But even the
transcript.
text, you know, because
Oh
it's
yeah.
enough to
I
just
have the
read
text.
my shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
I'm
they
looking
talk
for,
to
I
each other.
I was gonna ask you if
Okay,
it'd
yeah,
be
I'll
possible
send
to
it to
get the
you.
shadow
Hard to
part.
Uh-huh.
absorb.
Both parts, not just the shadow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to absorb so many words.
It is.
and the meaning of them and how the juxtaposition of words has a relevance that's beyond the two words.
Agreed.
And you know, I couldn't absorb it all when even for everybody's.
Yeah,
I wanted to slow it down, read
and
it.
really get it.
What does this mean? No, what is that combination actually saying?
Yeah.
And for mine, I know that it was the 38, which is struggle, and 39, which is provocateur. And I would like to be able to see it written so I could like differentiate a little
Yeah.
bit more.
Oh, yeah,
how-
because it was a conversation. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Understood. I will definitely do
That'll
that,
be
and I'll
some
send them to you
homework for you.
individuals. So it's not in the group, because I don't know if you want to be that tender in front of people who weren't here. So I'll do it privately.
Yeah, I just want to see mine.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I can learn from it.
If I have permission, what would be easiest for me is to make one document with everyone's and
That's
then just
fine.
send it individually. Would that be okay?
That's fine,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
You
for
know,
doing
I need,
that.
I need
fun.
ammunition. I need ammunition.
Thank you for being here. Sad sound is too bad. Oh no. Hope you keep doing this. It was very interesting. Okay, we're gonna be better with the sound. Oh, and then it said sound is good. Okay, so we're back and forth. We are a little willy-nilly with these devices, but we'll try to get better.
Oh, did we speak about the Rave New Year?
We didn't. Do you want to say something?
Well, I was hoping to get to know more. I don't know you.
Okay, so
as well.
here's where I was brought in the world is that I don't even know the chart. So because I said I was going to talk about it and then it never
Oh, yeah,
came
no,
to
that's
look
it.
at it. So let's do it together
Yeah,
and let's see what comes up.
Tomorrow's the Rave New Year.
yeah.
In human design, tomorrow's the first day of
Like
the year.
I have
Mhm.
no
With the
clue about
voice?
why it's tomorrow
Hmm?
because I know that
Oh,
a lot
okay,
of
okay, okay.
a lot of cultures
I
start in
don't think it
spring.
associates
Mhm.
with that.
So
I
I
think
know
it
that
more
astrologically
associates with
goes, but
the
I don't know
beginning
why
of the
it's
year.
In human
according
design,
to
it is the
Rave
21st.
calendar.
There is a calculation. I don't want to mess up the answer. Let me see if I can give it and see how it goes. Okay, there is a calculation that is used when the sun, every year when it moves into gate 41, gate 41 being the start codon of the entire thing. So if gate 41, when the sun moves there, that in human design is when the new rave year, that 12-month countdown starts, is when the sun moves into gate 41 from
Okay.
gate 60.
And what's that in the I Ching with hexagram, do you know?
41.
40 up, which-
okay.
Which
What's
one
that
is
mean?
45?
Oh, decrease.
That's what
Decrease
I
in
thought.
fantasy.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm
decrease.
sorry. Thank you. Yes. Decrease or fantasy. So it
Yeah.
is the start codon in your DNA. It is the thing that starts every sentence. Any and every sentence is started with this energy that we have called fantasy, but it is that pressure to experience something emotionally is gate 41. It's the pressure to have an emotional experience of some sort. And if you think about the context of it, it's come right after 60, which is in limitation, which is that pressure to wait for the pulse, like contractions giving birth, the and then nothing, and then nothing, and then gate 41 is the start of something.
The start from the birthing from the void.
Yes, that's the way I see it. 61 is before then. So if you
Okay.
follow it backwards, you can tell the story. And after we do the planets, I'd love to do a jaunt around the wheel so that we could tell the story of these hexagrams and how they're continuous
Oh,
with
that'd
one
be awesome.
another. Yeah, I would. This is one of my favorite stories. Is that story?
Okay. Now it makes sense why it's now.
Mm-hmm.
So in India, what we believe is like the sun goes to sleep when it enters Sagittarius season, and then when it goes into Capricorn season, it wakes up. Like there's a mythological story where he gives up his horses for grazing, and he's riding the donkeys in December, and we don't do any important work around that
Right.
time. And then only once the sun moves back into, then everybody starts doing the
And that's in spring, right?
auspicious work. No,
No.
now.
Oh, it is
So,
now.
Yeah, so now it makes sense what this means
Okay.
and why it is. So it moves from Sagittarius to Capricorn season, the sun.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So like the 20th, 21st. So it was just a few days ago. So
Mhm.
okay, so now it makes sense why this is the Rave New Year.
Yes. Today's the 20th. Tomorrow's the 21st.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's it. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
And it's
Yeah.
the
Oh, excuse me.
it's the very bottom
This is my design. I'm sorry, you guys, I didn't put the transits
Oh.
up.
But the gate itself, 41,
It's in the root.
41 is in the root, yes.
41's right there in the
I have
bottom.
it halfway.
It's like the foundation.
I can't
I
find.
have an idea about the 30
Oops,
with the
excuse me.
shadow of desire. I think that awoke the 41.
Say it again.
That the 30 with its shadow
Oh,
of
yeah.
desire woke the 41.
For sure, because that's the
41 didn't just
binary.
go,
No,
"Here I am."
right, right.
Something
Provokes.
prompted it
What if you don't have 30?
to start.
Well, we don't, so we're not talking about what we have or
Oh,
don't
oh.
have. This is just the way that the transit field is moving.
Mm.
So what this means is that, well, I'm not showing you the right chart right now, but when the transit field is activated with a certain gate, that means that
Oh, I see 30's right there.
Okay. That the neutrino field that we're experiencing, the electronic field that we are experiencing is colored with that energy. So you don't have to have it
Okay.
for it to be alive and activating your system when it's in the transit field.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
You have it in the telegram, don't you, Brandy? The rave chart?
Yes, I don't know why it didn't come up on this way. Let's see. It's Telegram. Do I have Telegram on here?
Yeah, it's easy to get a Ray Mandela chart. Just Google it.
Brain's being a little.
Oh, no,
So
sorry
right
to
now.
suddenly put you into it.
No,
I just,
no, it's okay.
I was
It's
just
okay.
curious around like why it came up around this
Oh, here
time
we
was the new year and now it makes sense.
Here you are.
Oh, okay, there we are.
All right. Okay, so what I did see here was all those placements of 41, which I really enjoy because it's a new process of development. It's a new process of development in terms of the.
555.
Huh?
5555.
Oh, I know. I saw it.
It's
I saw that.
Transition, movement, travel.
So I love that it is ego. It is defined by the 3740. I really love the ironic nature of how everything is contained within the everything, and that we are being asked to hold paradox more than ever, because we can see that we are moving into individuation. Individuation means this is who I am. And because I've individuated so much, which can look like such selfishness, and it has to kind of look like that at first, that now I have found my proper fractal. Here's a 44-6 talking. I found my proper way that I can serve the world, but only after I've been so divinely selfish that I have individuated completely can I find my right fractal, and community can come together in a way that is symbiotic instead of forced, like the nuclear family in a 3740 transaction has been over the past 400 years. Nuclear families over the past 400 years have been 3740, have been this energy of the mother and the father. The father goes to work and protects and provides, and the mother gives the emotional support. That's that energy. But what's happening, it's coming, and human design says, oh, it's about individuation, it's about the falling of structures, it's about doing yourself. But what it doesn't say is that when you do yourself, you find your clan, you find your tribe, you find your forest or sea or desert or savanna that you belong in, that you are most valuable within. So I think the ironic nature that there are 41, gate 41 is in Pluto, is in Venus, is in Mercury, is in the sun. I think that those opportunities that we have to start anew in the way that we bring equanimity to our plutonic experiences. Equanimity to Pluto. Let's fall in love with Pluto.
I think that's a great
Who's
idea.
ready? Venus and Mercury and the sun and Pluto.
Like embracing chaos.
Come on, guys.
No,
Yeah.
about that. See, I think my Pluto line. I had
Oh.
to fall in love with it, but it took a while.
That's opportunity, right? 41 doesn't dictate outcomes. It provides opportunity, pressure for opportunity. And so the opportunity here to fall in love with the fantasy that we can hold, right? Let's hold a fantasy. I know reality looks like it looks. And we live here and we arrive here. And I'm not saying bypassing here, but I am saying holding the vision of the provocation of what it could feel like to have something fantastical happen instead of what it looks like might happen. We could play the tape forward in the way that things look and have the same history repeat itself. And we also have the opportunity to bring something new to life. Experience that teaches us what family, this is the channel of community 3740. This is love and work and staying alive and feeding each other and loving each other and passing the butter and roasting each
Procreation.
other. It's not even procreation. No, this is the love. This isn't 59.6. This is penetration. 59.6 is changing. We are becoming families without penetration. It's
No,
not
I'm
no
talking
longer.
about procreation because we have children.
Well, yes, I'm saying the
That's
same
what-
thing.
yeah.
Penetration. We're going to have families without having children.
Yeah, but
We're-
the children in the family is what carries on the
Oh,
lineage.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Yeah, and that's the 2750 is the continuity of carrying on the lineage. 3740 is quite literally material health in the field. That's that. Continuity of lineage is 5027. Procreation is 59.6. 3740 is material. I live, I eat, I have people, I have experiences, mundane. It's very mundane energy. It's he goes to work and she cooks the food.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
What is it when you have it halfway there, that brown line? Because I have a black line.
Right.
It's long. What does that mean?
Well,
On that side.
you have on the small triangle, you have number 40. Is that right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, so that's this one right here.
No, the one at the very bottom. of the
41.
group.
This one.
Yeah, I have a black line right
Here.
there where your brown line is.
And
Yeah.
this is colored in. Okay, it's open. So you, this is beautiful. This is one of probably the reasons that you have this practice that you have, that you're able to
Open, it's all
really
open.
feel so deeply
Just like
the-
yours.
these fantasies of others. These, when I say fantasies, this is just a word. Decrease means what are you living in the clouds about that could never practically be made into form? Because remember, it's Capricornian, so it's not fantasy in the clouds.
Yeah.
It is the
All my kids on
discern.
land.
Yeah, it's the
Not in
discernment.
separate houses. That's my fantasy.
This is the.
Would that be like a family one?
No, if you listen to me, I'll tell you.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. This is the energy of, I know it's excitement, right? It's the energy of being able to bring into form something new. It's Capricornian and it's fantasy. Those two words don't come together generally very well. Capricorns aren't known to be fantasy type people. So I want to say it's not that kind of Neptunian fantasy. It is the bringing forth of what all of this imagination, we threw everything on our vision boards. And what is it time for? What is it time for? What is it time for? What can we decrease? What can we take from this and bring it here into real form?
Structure.
In an emotionally, I know you have stuff to share and I would love to hear it, and so would everybody else.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You're
though,
not
but you were
interrupting.
Right there.
I could feel
In
it.
the
I know, but I want
25,
you to say it.
It's
'cause I
the
can feel it.
Saturn and the Neptune conjunction in the 0 degree of
Well, she's talking about her
Aries.
chart specifically.
I know,
Okay.
but I'm talking about what that concept that you're talking about, we're gonna have an experience of in the collective with that Saturn and Neptune in the 25, because there's gonna be the structure and the imagination.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's going to be a new structure. And it's also going to be this idea that what we thought was real is really the thing we made up.
Yes, that's the decrease of it, right? What we thought that we saw in our vision board was some shit that we made up. But what can actually be brought into existence in a Capricornian way that could give us an experience, that we've never had before. And so the opportunity to think that we could live in dungeons and holes is there, and the opportunity that we could have freedom of individuality and movement is also there. So it is that decrease, like you're saying. When you, thank you, because that was beautiful for the transit field. I think that maybe you might have been talking more specifically about your design. Is that right?
Well, I was just looking at that one up there, and I didn't know if that was what for everybody, but then I saw your name, so but I saw that I had that same one filled in, so it just made me
Yeah.
curious. Actually,
We should do some 101 stuff. We'll do that together
Yeah.
so
that's what
that
I'm
you
seeing.
could have some foundational understanding to know what's yours and what's not and what to look at and what not, because it can be very
Yeah.
overwhelming with all of this numbers and
Yeah,
shapes and
because I don't even
colors.
know if it is a.
So what I'm hearing is we're taking the imaginational, that's the 41 that Valerie was just, whatever she was
Yeah.
just saying, and making it the maginal.
Yes. And informable,
Well,
right?
that's
It's
the
this.
maginal are
yeah.
those cells that are the very foundation of a creation.
Mm-hmm.
But it starts as the imagination,
Mm-hmm.
and then it comes down to earth. In a
That's
way,
right.
for the next octave,
Right.
the next
And as Valerie
cycle.
was sharing, with the assistance of Saturn and Neptune moving at 0 degrees Aries, Aries says, this is who I am. And Saturn and Neptune, the illusion and the discipline to bring that Aquarian higher mind into form, and the Martian energy to actually do it, to hold whatever that imagination that you're decreasing or bringing into form could be in your transformational, right? So then we apply Pluto, Venus, Mercury, and the sun to that. So in your transformational, or the way that you hold your shadows, that we get to reimagine the way we hold our shadows and start anew. We get to reimagine our values and belief systems and sensualities and start anew. Same
We've
thing.
got everything going for us.
Yeah.
All those
We got
planets
everything
are
going
helping
for us.
to
That's right.
start that. Cool.
And if I heard you correctly, didn't you say, and I think this is true, that the Saturn-Neptune conjunction is in gate 25,
Yes.
which is innocence.
And universal love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, innocence is the 3. isn't it?
Well, it's innocence in human design. Innocence in Gene Keys is 3, but in human design they call 25 the language of. In Gene Keys, it's constriction to universal love. In human design, it is innocence.
It does, because that's the I Ching.
Right.
So
Isn't it
Same
interesting
language.
that the first degree of Aries, we'd start out innocently, just like when we're being born?
Absolutely. And what else I think is so beautiful is this is the channel of initiation, you guys. We have not only our own willpower, but the power of the momentum of the movement of the growth of the cosmos to initiate it, to have the bravery. 51 is courage and tenacity and competition. And I'm saying 51 because 21 is its partner, is its marrying maiden, I call it. It's not being active right now, but it's available because with one side comes the other. When I am in 25, if I'm feeling the constriction of 25, the answer always is 51. What am I doing? Oh, I get to initiate myself into what love sees. That's what 51 and 25 are doing. Initiating more of love, making things shocking so that you can see through the shock into the love. And so 25 and Saturn and Neptune sitting at that 0 degree Aries, what's the answer? Fucking bravery. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Let's lock arms. Like everything is pushing us forward. This, I have 51 twice in my chart. Can you hear it? There's a lot to be said. There's a lot more to be said, definitely, about 31-1. This is leadership. This is how is it grounded. So since we've been roasting and doing this, how are those new imaginations brought into earth? It is through leadership in the first line. 31 is the alpha. And in the first line, it is moving from insecurity to security. So being the alpha of yourself, leading yourself is how we earth this imagination into form, is being the self leader, is yeah, not hypocritical. I'm getting a little cross-eyed. Is there anything more anybody sees in the chart that you want to share or questions you have? You have some wisdom for us, my dear?
No, I was just like, it now makes sense. I was just, when someone put that in the group, I think it was tomorrow. I was just not understanding why tomorrow, and now it kind of does make sense. And
Yeah.
just the logic behind why the rave New Year was, and what calculation was behind it was
Yeah.
what I was trying to
Mhm.
get to. But the gates are very inspirational too, so thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. And that 41 is the start codon in our DNA. So again, it is the beginning of every sentence. It is the beginning of every new creation. It is the beginning of any new process.
It's the beginning of our current new year.
Yeah.
Beautiful, thank you.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! I wonder if we should do this again.
Yes.
The chart on the Saturn Neptune conjunction week.
That's a great
Just
idea.
to see how that falls on that.
That's a great idea.
Because that's such a big, there's something just very big about
There
it.
is. Richard's been talking about it for a long time. There's a lot to be said about it. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
invite him to come and give some of his wisdom too.
Yeah.
There's a lot to be said about it in a lot of ways, and I'm really excited to talk about it. Thank you, my
so
dear,
much.
for so
Thank
much
you for-
inspiration. Thank you, everybody, for
Yeah.
being here.
Yeah.
Since this was such a success, maybe each time we do 2 planets, we'll do a roast. So I'm talking to the wrong thing. We'll do another roast, and maybe we'll do one for everybody watching. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you again on Tuesday. Bye. I guess I got to go over there to turn it off now. I feel silly.